Oh, papagena. Potemkin na poka!
This is the cinemas! Have some respect!
Ma che le buone movies! Frittata! Hush! Tomato! Look at you!
You again!
No! Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish! Pure bacca la macchina!
That's it, buddy! You're out of here!
No! Oh, le movies! Papi! Stop! Macarena, shush! No, quello agli cazzi! Para tu, maracana!
That's enough, fella! Move that tookin'!
Les movies! Bello, backflash! Macarena, la potevi...
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Peanut again. Out you go!
Stupa, la Macarena! Puja la Punjabi!
They do not pay me enough to deal with this baloney. Get up! Get out!
Oh, c'est les Pouillarques! Bayou pudding! Oh, shh! Choucha! Stipa, les potes! Snip, chat! Stopa, la Macarena! Bow! Okay.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Talks Too Much.
Oh, la potaine.
Hello!
C'est les slippers! Regardez! Ah non! Tocca tu!
Time to go, Gabby Goose.
Right there! Every one of the cities gets a shot at being star live on my stage!
Don't you look so worried, face? I've got one for you.
Time to put your walking boots on.
Milano, papadan, okay. Wow! Meow! Shish!
Well, hello and welcome to another Scale Model Ninja. Tonight we'll be carrying on with the B-52. It was going to be the Harrier, but we seem to have mislaid it somewhere. That's because I'm actually going to be having a major sort out in the old modelling den. And it's going to be rearranged so that my desk will be against the far wall here. So it'll be sort of like facing this way, and I'll have everything set up a bit different. It's mainly so I can actually have the small desk was here over in that corner, so that the other little junior Madlock can join in as well. So that's what we'll be doing on there. So hence the reason why a lot of things are being moved around, and there'll be mess about it. So everything at the moment is a bit higgledy-piggledy, and I have been working on a project for the Kiddywinks bedroom. I will show you that in a minute, because I'm going to have to go and grab it from the table behind me. So I moved it out of the way so I could get the B-52 back on the bench. But we'll digress into that in a little while. So, first of all, we're going to chat, and we'll see who is in first. And Gold Star goes to Sprue and Glue. He's saying, hi Ross, Christine, and all in chat. So, good evening, David, and welcome to the show. Then we've got Lynn Dipple saying, hi Ross and Dave, hugs. Good evening, Lynn, and welcome to the show. Then we've got David saying hi to Lynn. Then Lynn saying, I'll be with you shortly, doing something else. Fair enough. And then we've got the Care Bear in, Marcus Brunn. Good evening, Marcus. And he's saying, good evening, Ross. And then we've got Marcus Brunn saying hi to David and Lynn. And then we've got David saying hi to Marcus. And Lynn saying hi to Marcus and hugs. And then we've got Paul Price in. He's saying, good morning all. So it's good morning, Paul. Welcome to the show. Hope you've got your coffee. And then we've got Cora Pink saying, hello everyone. And then reminding me not to forget the mic, which I didn't. Ha. For once. There we go. These things happen. And then we've got Marcus saying hi to Paul. And then we've got Marcus saying hi to Cora. Son just saw the intro. Very impressed. Nice to know. Then we've got JC Bricks and Builds in. James, good evening, James. And he's saying, evening, Ross, and everyone in chat. And we've got Cora saying hi to Marcus, glad he likes it. And we've got Sprue and Glue saying hi to JC. And then Paul Price saying, morning, Marcus and Ninja. Did everyone over there survive the weather? Yes. We've had a bit of snow today, but we've had pretty much wet and windy for the last 3 or 4 days. And we've got Marcus saying hi to James, and then James is saying hi to David and Marcus, and then David's saying hi to Paul, and then Cora Pink saying hi to James, and then James is saying hi to Cora. Then Marcus saying, Paul, yeah, survived just fine, thanks. And he's saying, Paul saying, hi, good to hear it. So, there's been a few different little projects going along. My eldest, Warren, he's been doing his Lego build, and he's been doing his monster truck, the Gravedigger, and this is where he's got up to. So he's been doing that little fella. So he's been having fun. This is the Lego Technics kit, I should say, and he's been having lots of fun doing that. So, and Dad's been doing his well, it was a little MRAP thing, but I haven't really got very far on mine, so there's not really much point showing that. As I will grab the picture. It's going to be a bit easier to stand up and show you what it looks like. So this is the picture that I'm doing. It's called a 5D Diamond Art, and so far that's where I've got to. And it's of the first years travelling on the boat over to Hogwarts. So that's what I've been doing for the kids' room, and it's gone along nicely. And there's probably somewhere about 50,000 gems already on it, and it's got quite a few more to go on it yet. What else have I been doing? Oh, well, on the Tuesday show, I managed to finally finish my Celestial Hurricanum. So, yep, that's all now finished, and the base and everything was done on it. So I'm quite happy I've got that one finished at last. So that's it, bit done. So that's another one to sit on the shelf gathering dust. Oh, so I also have been doing a bit of work on the B52. I managed to get the first coat of grey onto it for the body and started doing, well, got the first coat of the camouflage on it. But we'll change over to matte cam and that will give you a better view. And we can just see one of the wings there. So this is one of the wings. Well, I've just started on the got the camouflage, but I've caught it in a couple of places when I've basically scratched it up. So it's only got the first coat on it, but I've got to go put another coat on it, then it will be a lot better. Alright, that's one of them. Then we've got the other wing. You can see it's quite a small little model. As you remember from the last week. Move them out of the way. And then we've got the body, which is mostly camouflaged up for first coat again, and the body needs its second coat of paint underneath where I've actually been handling it and just rubbed it a bit. So I will be sort of taking care of that in a minute. So that's what I'll be doing today. Just basically sorting it out, probably do the second coat of camouflage on it, and then we can get on with that, because there's also other little bits to stick on the body, so I'll be doing that. But I just wanted to work out sort of camouflage pattern that I wanted on it. So when it's got its wings on, you just slide that one on there. Now these wings, I'll probably not glue these on. But the simple fact is, when we have to move it or store it, it's going to be huge, as they say. So what we'll probably do is set it up, it doesn't have to have the wings glued on. And that's where the camouflage patterns comes through. There we go. So yeah, that's where we got up to on that one. Set the wing back off again. And then we can actually sort out the work I've got to do on the body of it. I'll stick you back down there for a minute. And then today I will also be hopefully playing around with the undercarriage and the wings, the wheels, the safety wheels on the wings. So you've got them all there. You've got the engine pods to finish up, and then we'll be sticking them onto the wings. With this kit, with the wings as they are, I have to do a bit of heat treatment on them at some point, so I can actually then sort of bring the wing forward a bit more, because at the moment when the wings are attached, they actually sort of sit up too far at the front. So what I'm going to have to do is going to have to weight them and pull them down once I've got everything else onto them. So that's what I'm going to have to do with them. So we'll just move that out of the way for a second. I've also managed to get all the retch sets sorted, done. So they've all been done, and these have all got tiny little decals on them. So we've managed to get them done. So let's just zoom in a bit there and see if that'll help. There we go. So as you can see, the little exit missiles we've got there. Now these decals were a pain in the backside basically, because all they did was break up. So yeah, I think some of them went into about 3 or 4 different pieces for each decal, and including the little flags, the stars and bars. So yeah, they sort of made it a little bit more interesting when they're doing that. So yeah, got them done anyway in the end. So God knows what the actual larger side decals are going to do. I'm not looking forward to that. But we will get them sorted, and then we will get them on. I think I might even have some replacement ones for them because, yeah, again, these may sort of fall apart again. I'm not sure because the Fairchild ones here do look as though they've got quite a few cracks in them. So yeah, it could be interesting to say the least. But then again, that's what you expect from an old set of decals. And I don't have any plastic coat to put on them either. Because normally that's what I would do from a tip from a friend of ours, Colin from Festive 67 Workshop. He said just give them a quick coat of plastic coat, it should help hold them together. So we'll see, we'll try it at some point. So I've got a few bits of undercarriage here, and then we've got the engines which we've got to paint the actual inside and then the engine pods as well. So like, we've got to be a bit like that in the inside. So we're going to go over the start with them, because what I can do with these is actually put me little clips, I think. Oh, come here you. Oh. I should be able to do that. Right, pass that, that's it. And then that should allow me to paint up the rest of them in the base grey at the moment. So, yep, that's what I want. Hopefully I've got enough grey, because not grey anyway. Need to clean this brush out at some point. We seem to have got let's see. Oh, chat seems to be plodding along where I've run out of where we're up to. Oh, let's have a quick look. Catch up again. We got Marcus saying, well, we've got Cora Pink saying, Alexa informed me we have a flood alarm now. Lol. You mean a flood alert? Yeah. We live up halfway up a hill, so I don't think if we get flooded, then God help the rest of England. Because if we are, then everyone else is underwater. Then Marcus saying that's one impressive build. That's probably for the Celestial Hurricanum. And then we've got Jacqueline Crochet Arting saying evening everyone. So it's hi Jackie, welcome to the show. And then Cora Pink saying hi to Jackie. And then Jackie saying hi to Cora. Sprue and Glue, JC, tractor finish lol. Oh, that's good to hear, David. I'm glad it's all finished. And then Marcus saying hi to Jacqueline. Sprue and Glue saying hi to Jackie Kevin. And Jacqueline saying hi to Marcus and David. And James is saying, ooh, nice one, David, mate. Well, good to hear. You got it finished, mate. Sure. Just want to get this brush just a little bit. Yeah, it does need a good clean, that one. I'll use that one. And you know, you do. Are you any better? Yeah. A little trim to that. And I prefer to just make sure my brushes are a little bit damp. It does help when putting paint on, so you're not actually literally running with a dry brush. Now there will be a camo scheme going on the top half of these as well at some point, but this is only a base coat that I'm using while we're doing onto them. I must admit, I have actually enjoyed doing this build so far. seems to be coming out better than I hoped for such an old kit anyway. Yeah. So, how's everybody been doing? And have we all been staying safe during the storms? Anything I'm not too happy about is those circle marks there, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to actually be on them. And it doesn't look as though they are, which could mean they are ejection pin markings. If they are, it means I'm going to have to sand them or take them out. Well, part of that is the sort of things, and so I think they're more of a injection pin marking. If they are, as I said, I'm going to have to take them off because they don't look right. So that'll be, I've got to leave this one now to dry, but I'll do that on the other ones in a minute. Should have really noticed that before I started painting, but never mind. Right, just dampen down this brush again in a second. And then we've got Sarah Jane joining us saying, "Hi Cora, floods, at least you're on a hill." Yep, we are indeed. I mean, yeah, Keighley can actually get a few floods in it, sadly. And Sarah's saying hi to David and hugs, and then hi to Jacqueline. She's also saying hi to Marcus, hugs, and Panda told me to keep an eye on the lamp abuser. Yeah, it's, I was on a stream earlier on this evening with Jane, and yeah, poor old Marcus was getting some stick, to say the least. Yeah, let's have a quick look at these. Yeah, I'm just not happy with those injection markings. I think they are. They don't show up on the inside. And I don't see them on... No, I think they are. Nope. There might be. It's hard to tell. So we're going to have to see if we can find some pictures. So I just don't like looking. Something I should have done before. Just a quick look. That's that one. There doesn't seem to be any on that one. I've got a smaller version of the B-52, which is the Tamiya 1:100 scale kit. Now, we've got Lolly snow, now flood alerts, definitely glad to be on a hill low. Now, haha. That's one core, and then all good here, minor damage from Marcus. And then Sarah Jane saying hi to Faulty James. And you got James saying hi to Sarah Jane and hugs. And then you got Mark response saying, Sarah Jane, I am very careful around lamps at the moment. Tell Panzer that. That's because he's removed most of them from the vicinity, I think. You got Sarah Jane saying, taking reading lessons, you're faulty, James. Oh, she's still on about that again. And then Sarah Jane goes, I'm easily bribed, Marcus, like with Malibu or cake, hint, hint. There we go. Then we've got James saying, nope, I don't need to, lol. Fair enough. And then you got Sarah Jane saying, you do, faulty James. I'll try not to use long words for you. And then Marcus said, oh, Sarah Jane, now things got interesting. We should talk. Oh, dear. So I'm just in two minds about these. Just don't like the look of it. Usually, we'll have to check this out because it's bugging me now. After two and and they're not. Oh, that's what. Yeah, there is. Oh, there is. They are on there. Yeah. Well, they're almost like a patch that's on them. So I don't think they're supposed to be that pronounced, but there is something there. Okay. But then, yeah, there definitely is some sort of patch circle thing there, but it's not as big. So, yeah, it doesn't look like it's where. I think I might sand them back just a little bit. They're a bit too pronounced. Yep, we're just going to sand them back. End of. They've got like little access panel points which are a bit further along, but they're not where they are. So, yeah, they're going. Yeah. That's better. Careful. I'll stab myself with a bleeding knife. Never a good thing. happy with that. Excuse me. It looks like if you so you got Sarah Jane saying, "Send me Malibu or cake, Marcus, and I'll defend you against Panzer." Oh dear. Something's a brewing. Marcus Brun saying, "All I need is an address and we are in business." Oh dear. You got Jacqueline Crochet Art saying, "Cora, has Ross stolen your rolling pin?" Yeah, that's basically it. I have borrowed it because that's what I used to really squash down the gems, and it comes in handy for child control when it keeps them out of my area. So yeah, I have indeed. It's like I'll be nicking her hairdryer as well at some point. Mind you, I think I've already got that down here somewhere. Or she might have had it back by now. The last time I saw the wife's hairdryer, it was down that corner somewhere. Now that looks a lot better. I'm happy with that now. They look a bit more like what I'm looking at. Sarah Jane, hang on, Marcus. I'll just ask the prison guards for the address. And that's Marcus laughing. And lol, Jackie here has. Yep. And then we've got Colin from Festa67 Workshop in saying hi, folks. And you got Cora saying hi to Festa. Sarah Jane saying hey, hiya, Colin hugs. Then we've got Jacqueline saying hi to Colin. And you got James saying hi to Colin. And you've got Sprue and Glue saying fresh to hogs. And Mark saying, "Hey Colin, I got the stuff you send me. Thank you." Brilliant. He's suddenly getting all his mail at last. Then Corbin saying, "Get your own rolling pin, you sod." Me? Nah. We don't need one rolling pin in the house. Why would I get another one? Strange woman. She's saying, "And you're not getting my hairdryer. That's what you think." And you got Sarah Jane saying, "Put your foot down." And you got Jacqueline saying, Cora laughing away, and Kev brought his own hairdryer. Yeah, he got one from some place, and it only cost me something like 19 quid. Sprue and Glue saying, "Ross, I don't know how to tell you this, but you need hair for a hairdryer." Yes, I know, but I don't have any anymore, and I don't care. So, get these. These one's painted up as well now. We have the engine blades to do on this as well. What we've got to do. Haha. So we need this me fuzzy mix, as I call it. Now you mention it, Sarah Jane, I might just nick some of her makeup because that's for shading on figure faces and that sort of thing. It comes in quite handy. And you've only got to ask Colin for that idea. It's all his fault. He put us onto the idea of using the makeup for the actual thing. We've got Cora Pink saying, good thing you don't know where it is. I'm sure I'll soon find it when I have a good look round. Cora Pink, lol Sarah. And then Cora, watch your dresses. Nah, don't need them. Oh, I've got Dorkosaurus in saying hi Ron and Ross, and good evening to you, Dorkosaurus. I hope you're all well. Yes, sir. That's the first coat of grey going onto the engines. And I've still got the other one to sort out, but I will get round to doing that. You've got Jackie saying hi to Dorkosaurus. So yeah, so like I said, like mainly because the reason why I'm having a bit of the move around in the old bench area, because where we've got our big radiator, it goes right along this back wall and it's literally hidden behind my desk. So it's sort of like blocking a lot of the heat off from going into the rest of the room. So I had a word with the good lady and told her that I'll be having a bit of a move round. And it also means that when I move my desk to this side, I'll have better access to my paint rack, which I will be extending as well. Whereas I seem to have increased the model paint exponentially since I built that rack, and there's now more than the 300 paints that I had originally, so it's going to have to be slightly modified, but that's easy enough to do. All I need is the 1.5 inch batten, and I'll just increase the size of my paint rack. Quite happy with them. what I basically just did then was dip me brush into water just to soften the nib up again. So you can, as soon as you feel, well, as soon as I start feeling my brush to start dragging, that's when I know it's getting a bit too dry, so therefore I'll rinse it out or add a bit more water to the brush, and it allows it to not drag the paint and give you a nice finish. That's what I found anyway. Whether it works for everybody else, I don't know. That's how I do it. I will need to touch up this grey again afterwards. Yep, that one's away. Yep. There you go. And the last one. So. Yeah, nice even coat all over. That's one of the good things about the Vallejo paint range. You can actually just use just a touch of water and it just helps smooth everything out. It just helps level it as well. And you just don't, it's one way of not getting brush marks in your paint. Because I've actually done everything else, even on the camouflage, that's all been brush painted. So the whole model, again, will be done with hairy sticks. So that's that bit done. So that's the first coat of all them ones. There you go. That's that sorted. So we all have to have these to paint grey. And that's one of the other advantages of actually just using this slightly thinned down paint, is that when you go do it like what I've got to do here, where I'm going to do half and half at a time, or go around so far and then use a clip to hold it until I can paint the other part when it's dried. It doesn't leave a join mark in the middle of it, because the paint's usually gone into a very thin base. Ooh. Yeah, we get you. There we go. Round. There we go, that's the first one done. Just put you over there like so. And then we're basically going to do the same with this one. You got Sprue and Glue saying hi to Dorkosaurus, and he's saying hi back to Sprue. Sarah Jane saying hi to Dorkosaurus Hugs, and Cora Pink saying keep your bleeding mitts off. Me? Nah. Then you got Dorkosaurus saying hi to Sarah Jane, and Marcus saying hi to Dorka, and Cora Pink saying hi to Dorka, and then Dorkosaurus saying hi Cora Pink and Marcus. You got Jacqueline saying hi to Dorcas, and Dorkosaurus saying hi back to Jacqueline. And then Sprunger is saying hit the like button, peeps. Well, if you could do, please, it'd be much appreciated. Helps with the old algorithms. And then Marcus is saying, yeah, easy hit, peeps. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Now, hopefully in the very, very near future, I will be starting off a Patreon page. Now, I have a few things I've got to do first, but I will hopefully be getting one of them up and running. And at the moment I have a Buy Me a Coffee, but this, what I'll be doing with the funding that I get from it, I'll be using that to hopefully provide funding towards the eldest son's little new venture, which is the actual building of Lego and other stuff of interest that he has on the Father and Son show. So if you would like to support me, please feel free to hit the Buy Me a Coffee, which I do have a link on one of the pages, or one of the views when it's, I think it's the face cam. It does come up with the Buy Me a Coffee link at the top of the page, and it'd be much appreciated because all that money will then help towards our son Roran on his little venture of doing YouTube and funding it, which will be helpful. But yes, the Patreon is what I've been told I've got to set up by a certain Mr. Colin. So I will do so at some point. So I've been told I've got to get it done before my birthday. And as we know, we do not argue with Mr. Colin. Let's see. We've got also saying, well, family is here, time to go, see you everyone tomorrow. Yep, certainly, that'll be in Colin's Sunday brunch. I'll be watching that on the big TV because, as I said, this whole area is getting moved out, so it's going to be dismantled and having fun. I'll be starting to do it tonight, so I'll probably end up working through the night, but I won't be able to use the drill or anything like that to rearrange things, because I've got to hopefully undrill that desk from the wall. Okay, so that's that. Had its first coat. Now we'll give it that's ready for the second coat. So we'll go over that. Well, it's starting to pull a little bit too much for my liking. There we go. That's better. So I mean, you can generally tell when the brush is pulling too much by the way it acts on the previous coat, especially when you've got the first coat on. You can just feel that difference. And where it glided on before, it's just pulling a bit too much. That's the first second coat on that one. And we've only got a tiny little bit that's where the clip's holding it. It's in the way there. Thinking beads get everywhere. Bin. Okay, so we've also got these bead doors too. So I wanted to get them done. The wheel bay doors. One's here as well. That's it, number one. And then we've got this one. Yep, that's that one done. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, that's it. So I keep looking at the other one for reference certain parts that I've got to do. Let's see, quick catch up on the thing. Marcus was saying, all right, stop twisting my arm, Ross. I'll buy you a couple of beers. Oh, thank you very much. Then we've got Cora Pink saying night Dorkosaurus, and Sarah Jane saying bye Dorkosaurus, take care and have a great time. Yep, I hope you have a good time with your family. Sarah Jane's going typical, buy him a couple of beers and I suffer no Malibu or cake. Oh dear. Then you got Marcus saying night Dorker. It's not shown on this one, no, but it's actually showing on the other one. It's not shown on this actual camera feed for quite some time, hun. So I don't know what's going on there. You're the technical person when it comes to that. I'm sure you'll find it somewhere and then put a link up on it. But yeah, for some reason when the new view, whatever it is, it's not showing it on the when it changes over. But if I change it over to face cam, oh, it's not showing at all now. It was earlier on. Strange. Oh, there it is. Decided to come up now. No, why that happened like that. Ain't got a Scooby, but it's there now. In the top left corner. Weird. Yeah. So now we can go look at these engine pods. Get the first one back down. And go back over this with the grey again. Back in there. See, there you go. Back up there in the left corner. Don't know what happened then. For some reason it came off. Not sure why, but it's back. It's back to the rings. So I don't know what happened there. That's now had its second final coat for the grey. So yeah, that's looking really good. But we do have the engine support pods. Well, the engine arms that support the pods. They've got to be done yet. Now they've got a little bit of clean up on them as well to be done. I've just got to remember, when I do these, I've got to remember which side goes to which, because these are a bit more fun to remember, because if I don't get them in the right order, the engine won't sit right. So we will get round to doing them, and then what I'll probably do is I'll mark them up just to show which engine where. I think I'm going to have to attach little markers from the inside on bits of tape or something, just to show which part of the engine, well, which engine pod they go to. Let's take you off there. It should be charged enough now. There we go. So we'll have a quick look at which engine mount position these go. Let's see. Here we go. Look at the first one. So we've got engine pylon A. That's the right outer engine. So if I get some tape, I'll do this and then we'll fold it over so far. And then right outer on it, RO. That's not going to work, that pen. Yeah, where's my felt tip gone? So, new pencil. Ah, there we go. don't like writing on this moon. It's not liking that tape, so we'll have to find the other tape, which is yeah. Take a bit of that off. And we'll stick it on the bench like so. Knife. Where was my knife? So hopefully we should be able to write on this one. Right outer, and the parts we need 10 and 8. 7 and 9, 10 and 8. There we go. Chips. There we go. Do do. Yep. And we'll get a bit of masky tape. Do that, and we should hopefully that and put that in there like so. Ooh, Richard. Cut this one off. Fold it over. Somewhere we've got to go. That's definitely not looking good. Definitely not liking that. So it's obviously stopping it from joining a bit better there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. How many are you? Goes to there. Goes to there. Looking a bit better. Ooh, the old extra thin. Mrs. said, buy me a coffee icon. It's not showing. You must have clicked it off, lol. I'll sort it tomorrow, odd. And then probably OBS glitch, lol. Yeah, well, we've got it sorted now. We just need to get it on off. Joel Grit, hello Ross. Hope you are well. Hello all in chat. I'm late again. Doesn't matter, Joel. As long as you turned up, that's it. We hope you enjoy the show. That's all that counts. You're here now. There's going to be a slight bit of warpage on this bit. That, and then we'll stick that down there. And a bit better. Maybe tweezers down some bit. And there we go. There's another one I want. A couple of seconds to set in that position. There we go, that's that bit done. So now we're just going to get this down this side front section here glued together. I think we can safely say that one's now sorted. Seems to be holding together. That's the right outer one. Engine pylon 2B will be 14 and 12, and that should be engine inner pylon assembly. So that'd be the inner one. That's number 14 and 12. That's them two. So, Chinos tonight. Yeah, stuffy. Got everybody saying hi to Joel. Paul Price is saying sorry, or have to head out to a barbecue. We'll watch you next week. Okay, have fun, enjoy your Barbie. I'd love to be able to go and have a barbecue now. When I used to live in Gibraltar, we used to have barbecues on Christmas Day. I do miss them. You need to do that very fresh octopus and everything like that on it. Ooh. Is that a Oh, the yellow thing over there. Now that's Roran's first ever live stream build. It's a bit like a transformer thing. It's basically little construction vehicles that come apart and they sort of like transform out. So yeah, it's like a transformer. It's all a load of little construction machines. If you look back on my channel, you'll see my little lad Roran. He built all that and stuck it together over a couple of shows. So he's now on a monster truck. So yeah, that's his robot thingamajiggy. So hence one of the reasons why we're having a bit of a change around in here, because he's going to have his little bench over there, which is what this one's going to be, what's over this side. That will be moving over into this bottom corner over this side here, so that he can then sit there, and then I'll put some shelves up and everything like that, so he can stand all his little Lego builds and everything on him, so they keep him safe away from his little brother. Because if his little brother gets hold of him, he will trash them. He's very good at that. We don't call him Wreck-It Ralph for nothing. Okay, so we need our bits of masking tape, and we'll write right here on it. Right. Here. Just hold that over like so, and then we'll stick you on there like so, and then we should be able to put you on there. Looks to me like that pin on there is slightly too long. I'm just going to be very careful with this now. Take a little bit of that pin off. And see if that goes back now. There we go. You're going to go fine. So yeah, it's just that location pin was a bit long. So if we do that again, this thing's warped as a lemon. Yeah. Move that down there. Do it down there a bit. Then we've got Jacqueline saying, okay, I'm off to bed. So saying good night to then Corporate saying good night to Jackie, and then Sarah Jane saying night to Jacqueline. Joel Grit saying good lad. Yep, he's done really well for that. And he goes, I will have to have a look. Well, please do. I mean, it's they're all up there, including his latest build, which I didn't get, which you probably didn't see, but here it is. That's his latest build. It's the Lego Technique kit of the Gravedigger, and he's been having fun building that. So he's doing really well so far. He's actually done every single thing of it on his own. I've only need to give him a couple of little hints here and there. Other than that, he's basically done it all by himself. It's like Mrs. M's come down to attack the kettle. Okay. Right, come here, you little swine. Okay, let's now hold that together. And that's that one sorted. God, blimey, been going over an hour already. Time flies when you're having fun. Now Mrs. M's having a bit of a nosy on me picture. And she just noticed it's not as good as the other ones, which in a way it isn't. Sad, because I think it needed to be a slightly bigger print, really. Okay, so on the left inner, which is 13 and 11, which is these two. This is where she'll vanish upstairs without making me a brew. Now she's whinging at me. My brew's gone cold. No, my luck, she'll probably end up spitting in it now. Definitely got an itchy nose tonight. Snapping up sprue or cutting it up. Now a little bit of clear sprue like that I'll keep hold of, because they come in handy for when you're actually doing the wheels. A bit. Push that in the bin. Right, so see if we have the same problem with the pin, which I think we're probably going to have. Well, the locating pin's a bit long. Yep, definitely. So that needs shortening. Brilliant, good old AMT. There we go. I should have shortened it enough now. We will show you. Line up. Yep, that's better. Yep, there we go. So, stick together first. Tweezers. There you go. She's a good one, really. Out wrong with guilt tripping the missus to make your brew while you're busy. Okay. Finish that bit up. Line up. One thing I do like there is Tamiya thin. Never used to use it. I used to just purely use the Revell blue bottle glue, and you used to get so many fingerprint marks everywhere. It's unbelievable. Now with this one, it just evaporates the excess, and it sticks together really quickly, like it has done there. So if you've got like a slight warpage in a piece, then and it needs to be glued together, you just do things like that. Just do a little bit at a time and just hold it together and work along. It generally holds it together fairly quickly. And I forgot to put the little tab in it, didn't I? Never mind. Here we go. I have left finger on it. Just fold that over so far. And we'll stick you in there. There we go. So we know who you are. And then the last one. Oh, and it's 20 past already. Blimey. Time flies when you're having fun. Marcus Brown saying, better take care of your missus. I always take care of my missus. I treat her like a princess. Especially when she's doing the washing up. That's always good then. Okay, that's that sorted. Another bit for me. Sprue pot. There we go. The last bit of major sprue work, except for the running pods for the undercarriage doors, I should say. Okay, so we've got to do this part first, I think, like we did on the other ones. A bit of glue in the middle there. There we go. All that together with it. Joel's going yes, or he will end up wearing his cup. And then Marcus is obviously laughing at that. Thank you very much. Oh, you just why that's going to be. For some reason, that location pin is going to be slightly long as well. Yep. There we do. Up there. Spin it round. And we should be able to go down that edge. And we'll just hold that together like so. And hopefully just hold that together. Give it a couple of seconds. There we go. That's that bit done. Now we'll do the front of this one. We do that bit. And got that there like so, and then we'll just squeeze that together. Right, so I forgot to put a piece of tape marking as well on that one. but it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. So we'll go left, outer, and we'll stick that into there, like so. Squidge you down. That's it. So that's all the engine pod sections made up. Move it out of the way, and let's see. You got Martha saying Ross can take it, he can certainly dish it. Well, it's all part of our marriage, mate. We have a laugh and a joke, and we give each other grief. I mean, I'm not sure long. I don't even know how many years we've been married now. About 13, I think. 13, 14. More than that, actually, yeah, will we? You have to ask Missy how many years I've been married. Can't remember now. Yeah, there's everyone. I know my wedding anniversary is on the 5th of July. That's about it. When it comes to how many years we've been married, that's a different matter altogether. Decals that don't need to be on here. So, yeah, we've got a couple of minutes left. Well, I was going to get round to doing this, but we might as well quickly undercoat, well, give these the first coat of silver, all the undercarriage parts. Might as well quickly do them in the last few minutes. Why does it look like there's a It's strange that there's only there's another one there, that's right. What I will do with these, I'll go over where the chrome doesn't need to be, because originally the whole undercarriage on these things was chrome, but then when they started upgrading the fleet, they changed the actual piston outer rings to a light grey. I will change that to light grey in a minute, well, when it's dried later on. Winden. And so there's a little bit of a clean up on them as well to do. We'll get round to doing. We'll do some more detailing on these undercarriage. Clean them up a little bit later. So I'm actually using a airbrush paint here, I find it goes on just as well, and it's a lot thinner, and again it doesn't leave the brush marks on it, and it does cover really reasonably well, considering it's a airbrush paint and not a full fat paint as I call them. There we go, 20 years. Damn. Yeah, even I didn't realise you'd been married that long. No, it'd been a while, because it's like the midgets and everything. We were trying for Roaring for about 8 years, I think it was. So yeah, that would explain a lot. It's not surprising I've got no hair left. No. The main part of the undercarriage there to do. We'll just stick that on the tip, I think. It looks like we'll have to stick it down there, I think. The main part on it. Let's have the first coat all over it then, and then we'll have to call it a day there, because it's now been on more than my hour and a half. There. Look at that. And we've got these ones to do. So one thing I did forget to ask everybody, what's on their benches at the moment, like I normally ask. So engrossed in doing what I'm doing, and I've got to ask everybody else. So what is on your bench? So if you want to answer that quickly while I'm doing these last couple of bits, just count them. Question from Joel is, do you do most of your cleanup on the sprue? When it comes to the bigger pieces, then no. I do generally take them off the sprue, but I do a lot of the painting on the sprue. So then the majority of it's done. And then when I've actually taken them off, if there's any sort of like mould lines, I'll clean them off with a sharp scalpel. I'll see if any of these are dry in a minute, and I'll show you what I do. And then all I've got to do is just touch up where I've cleaned off. Hopefully I should be able to show you in a minute, because this stuff dries fairly quickly. Wait, with this kit, for an AMT kit of its age, it's had very, very, very little flash on it. So there hasn't really been that much cleanup to do on them. I mean, yeah, with the engine pods, they did have the ejection pin markings on the outside for some daft reason. But these things need to happen quite a bit with most kits. They put the injection pin markings in the wrong bleeding place all the time. But hey ho, got them sorted. So that's that one done. Okay. So like when they've got the doors, I've got all the first coat on them. You can see they're all been painted up, first coat. And then all I'll do is literally just take it off. I'll take one of these off. One, two. So as you can see on there, it's just little bits of sitting proud. So all I'll do then is I'll cut that back so it's nice and smooth. And then all I've got to do, while my paintbrush is still wet, is literally go over that edge, like so, and it's cleaned it all up. So yeah, that's how I deal with that. Or if it's like with the round pieces, like on here, well, they're dry. Well, that one is dry anyway. I'll take one of them off. Like so. Now we've got a seam line just running down the middle of this. So all I do is I'll get my knife and just gently with the tip go around like that, and then just rub my finger across it, and then that will generally tell if it's taken that excess line off. Just take that line just nice and neatly off. Not too worried about these pieces, they'll melt when I do the wheels in place. Need these ones off though, because they've got to have, well, this one I should say, so Okay, so that's all done. Attach it to that one. That's going to go inside one of the wheels anyway. And then just literally go round the piece again on that edge. And it's got rid of the old seam line. And there we go. So that's all the old seam line gone off it. So I just find it's when you're brush painting a lot of stuff, it's a lot easier. Wait, I find it a lot easier to actually paint the item or piece first before taking it off, and then you've only just got to touch up where you've got the snip marks and that lot. So it just makes it a bit easier for you. But as I said, I've been doing it for years this way now, since I've started back doing it. So yeah, Joel's got a Nissan 2000 GTX. Ooh, brum brum. Let's see. Corbin saying, lol, Marcus only reminded him our wedding date a few days ago. I knew it was on the 5th. Just forgot which bloody month it was, that's all. Nobody's perfect. We've got Marcus saying, just laughing at Cora. And Cora Pink saying 10 year. What's the 10 year part? Is that how long we were trying for roaring? Something like that, wasn't it? Then we've got Joel Rick saying, do you do most of your cleanup? Yep, I've just explained all that part. And then he's got the Nissan. And Marcus is saying, Belly, homemade pizza, ham and cheese, bench, Heinkel, HE111, Motorhead. Now, did you get the record with your... Well, because there was actually a Motorhead record that you used to get with the old... If you got them with... if you were lucky enough to get them with the actual model kit. And then Joel Rick's going, thanks Ross, very helpful. Well, I'm glad you find it helpful. Occasionally I do give out the occasional good tip. Not very often, like, because people will start thinking this is actually a proper modelling show. Can't have that. Oh, dear me. That'd be pushing it way too much. So I'll carry on with that later. Yeah. So we'll go back up to Facey Cam. Nope, you didn't get the record. Okie dokie. Here we go. Dunk. Well, thank you very much for watching, and for everybody who's watched and stayed, much appreciated, and much appreciated for the thumbs up. And like I said, if you wish to help support my channel, please go to the Buy Me a Coffee, and that will help by oh, Peter Burgess just popped in and said, he just popped up and said hello from Canada. Oh, blimey, new member from Canada. He's working on a 148 scale Kenworth truck and trailer kit. Moulds are from 1955 and show it. Yeah, it's a bit like this thing. That's pretty much the same way. Oh, we've got gross model stream the game. Yeah, well, I'm not too worried about game streaming. It's other modelers now. You've got lots of sinks and injection pin marks. Yeah, I've actually dealt with them. Are they on the outside? So it's actually where you don't want the injection pin marks, they're on the outside, not the inside. And you got Marcus Brown saying, thank you for a great stream, Ross. Much appreciated. Hey, you're welcome. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sadly, Peter, you've either been lurking in the background or you've just joined us. If so, I do apologise, but you've just jumped in on the end, I'm afraid. I normally start at 11 PM British Standard Time. Lynn's going, great show, Ross. If I had it on the... I had it on the big 42-inch TV. Take care. Bye-bye. Night-night. And night night to you too, Lynn. You take care. And Marcus Bron saying, awesome, Lynn. So, as I said, much appreciated everyone for watching. Oh dear, yeah, they are all over the outside of the tyres. Oh dear, yeah. Oh, is that, what maker kit is it? Is it one of the old AMT ones? Because they were really renowned for doing silly things like that. Then you got Corbin saying night to Lynn. So you got Marcus saying movie night with son, entering the 24/7 tomorrow for Stick. Of course. Then we've got Joel Britt saying good show, Ross. See you soon. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope to see you soon as well. So all I can say now is take care, have fun, stay safe, and happy modelling. Bye bye for now.